Aura versus Identity Guard. Which one of these is right for you? Well, this is kind of crazy. They're very, very similar. And that's because Aura actually owns Identity Guard. So your preference here is going to be, I would say, well, subjective. Personally, if it were up to me, I would just go ahead and get Aura. The whole system's a little bit simpler. Although Identity Guard does offer basically tiered plans where you could kind of pick and choose a la carte a little bit more what you're getting with your identity theft protection service. Whatever the case, make sure to use my links in the description of this video when you sign up. At the time I'm filming, you can get up to 50% off your plan with Aura, and you can get a nice discount with Identity Guard as well. And while those coupon values might change over time, the links that I have in the description here will always get you the best deal that I currently have my hands on. So whenever I'm evaluating identity theft protection services, and I have used 6 of these, believe it or not, the 3 things that I look at are their monitoring, their threat resolution, and their price. Real quick, what I could say about their monitoring is it's almost identical as long as you're getting the same coverage. For example, if you're not getting credit monitoring with Identity Guard, obviously Aura is going to have the edge. But if you're getting credit monitoring on both, they're going to be very similar. In terms of threat resolution, I would say it's probably going to be a very similar experience. My conversations with Aura have been very efficient, actionable, and helpful. My conversations with Identity Guard have been very thorough and actionable as well. Perhaps slightly different experiences, but both I would say 9 out of 10s or 10s out of 10s easily. And then in terms of price, well, again, they're going to be quite similar, and we'll go into that in a bit. Now that I've given you some background, let's jump into what we get in terms of monitoring. And if we come into the dashboard, you can see here that they're really, really quite similar, nearly identical. So if you come here into the personal information monitoring section, you can see that under dark websites, both of these products have found 17 instances of my information leaked on the dark web. Basically, they're the same results. They allow you to monitor all of the same personal information. And I could go down the list here, but you could see it yourself should you be interested. So really the differences in what they monitor come down to the plan that you're choosing in the case of Identity Guard. In the case of Aura, you have transaction monitoring, 3-bureau credit monitoring with Vantage scores and monthly credit reports. You also get a credit lock. And that's basically the gist of it with monitoring. With Identity Guard, you can get all of that and perhaps even more. But, it does depend on the tier of the plan that you're getting. In terms of threat resolution, as I mentioned, I had the unfortunate pleasure of calling both of these companies after a recent phishing attempt I had. And I would say both of them very, very effectively guided me through the process of what I needed to do in order to determine if the call was a threat and in order to resolve any issues that may arise from it. Both of them instructed me to contact one of the credit bureaus and put out a fraud alert. They provided me with the phone number. They told me that if I sent a fraud alert with one of the bureaus, that bureau would notify the other 2 bureaus, so I'd be covered across the board. Or took an in-depth look at my account to make sure there was nothing strange going on, noted that I had the credit lock and that everything looked in good shape underneath the hood, so to speak. My call with Identity Guard, they were very, very thorough in telling me all sorts of different freezes that I can put on my account, not only with the credit bureaus, but also with utility and bank-related bureaus. And they also provided me with a little sort of send-off package on how to keep myself further safe online. So I thought that was a nice touch. All in all, great experiences with both Identity Guard and Aura. So really the only thing that is going to be different between these two is going to be pricing. So if you come over to Aura's pricing, you can see that they don't really have tiers in the way that Identity Guard does. Identity Guard has a value, total, and ultra plan available, and that is available for both individual and family plans. Whereas Aura just has sort of a one plan that includes everything, either for individuals or for couples or for a full family plan. So let's just take a look at, the individual plan for Aura, and everything that you get with that plan is listed here. Note that their individual plan is only $12 per month when billed annually. The most stripped down plan from Identity Guard is $449 per month when billed annually. And if you just take a look at the features, you can see you don't get things like bank account monitoring. You don't get credit and debit account monitoring. You don't get the 3-bureau credit monitoring and the monthly credit score, the credit lock, reports, all of those types of things. But you are getting it at a much cheaper rate here. You can upgrade to their total plan and get a bit more here. You're still not getting the white glove fraud resolution, which you're getting with Aura. But at this point, you are getting bank account monitoring. You are getting 3-bureau credit monitoring and your monthly credit score. And that's $9.99 per month. And then if you come to their ultra plan, which is a little bit more than the individual plan with Aura, you are getting that white glove fraud resolution. You're getting, credit and debit card monitoring, home title monitoring, All of these things you're getting with Aura right off the bat. And, at this point, I would say probably just go with Aura. I think it's the better deal. But if you do want a bit of a stripped down plan, you can opt for Identity Guard and get perhaps just what you would like to get and pay a little bit less. However, I would say that if you use the links in the description of this video, for Aura, you can save up to 50% at the time that I'm filming. Identity Guard, you could save a little bit as well. But obviously on these value plans, they're already so cheap, the amount that you're saving may not feel quite as significant. But at any rate, while those coupons might change, they're always going to give you the best deal that I currently have my hands on. So if you want to get a bit more information on either of these services, again, they're quite similar, but make sure to check out my Aura review and check out my Identity Guard review, and they're published here on this channel.